A year of war, Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The war in Ukraine has raged for almost a year. It began in February 2022 with Russia's invasion. What was initially expected to be a quick victory for Russia has turned into a protracted and bloody conflict. The Ukrainian people have shown incredible resilience. They continue to fight for their freedom and sovereignty. The international community has largely condemned Russia's actions. Many countries have imposed sanctions on Russia. They have also provided military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine. However, the war has had a devastating impact on Ukraine. Millions of people have been displaced from their homes. Cities and infrastructure lie in ruins. The conflict has also exacerbated global tensions. It has raised concerns about a wider conflict. The war has had a significant impact on the global economy. It has disrupted supply chains and led to rising energy prices. Despite the challenges, the Ukrainian people remain defiant. They are determined to defend their country. The outcome of the war remains uncertain. However, one thing is clear: the conflict will have long-lasting consequences for Ukraine, Russia, and the world. The human cost of the conflict: casualties and destruction. The human cost of the war in Ukraine is staggering. Thousands of civilians have been killed, even more have been injured. The United Nations estimates that over 10 million Ukrainians have been displaced from their homes. Many are living as refugees in neighboring countries. The war has had a devastating impact on Ukraine's infrastructure. Hospitals, schools, and homes have been destroyed by Russian shelling. The World Health Organization has verified over 780 attacks on health facilities in Ukraine since the war began. This targeting of civilian infrastructure is a clear violation of international law. The psychological toll of the war is immeasurable. Millions of Ukrainians are living with the trauma of war. They are facing an uncertain future. The war has also had a devastating impact on families. Many have been separated by the fighting. Children have been orphaned. The humanitarian crisis in Ukraine is dire. International organizations are working to provide aid to those in need. However, the needs are immense. The war has created a humanitarian catastrophe. The shifting military landscape, new weapons and alliances. The war in Ukraine has seen the deployment of advanced weaponry. Russia has used hypersonic missiles. These missiles are capable of traveling at 5 times the speed of sound. They are difficult to intercept. Russia has also used thermobaric weapons. These weapons create a high-temperature explosion. They cause widespread damage. Ukraine has received significant military aid from Western countries. This aid includes anti-tank missiles, anti-aircraft systems, and drones. The Ukrainian military has effectively used these weapons to defend their country. They have inflicted heavy losses on Russian forces. The war has also led to new military alliances. Russia and Belarus have strengthened their military cooperation. They have conducted joint military exercises. Russia has also deployed tactical nuclear weapons to Belarus. This move has raised concerns about a possible escalation of the conflict. The use of advanced weaponry and the formation of new military alliances are concerning developments. They highlight the risk of a wider conflict. The international community must work to prevent further escalation. Dialogue and diplomacy are essential to finding a peaceful resolution to the conflict. The uncertain path ahead, predictions for 2025. The future of the war in Ukraine is uncertain. Predictions for 2025 are bleak. The conflict is likely to continue. It could even escalate. Russia shows no signs of withdrawing its forces. Ukraine is determined to liberate its territory. International involvement in the conflict is likely to increase. Western countries will continue to provide military and financial support to Ukraine. Russia will likely seek support from its allies. The conflict could turn into a proxy war between the West and Russia. Diplomatic efforts to end the war are ongoing. However, a breakthrough is unlikely in the near future. The positions of Russia and Ukraine remain far apart. Neither side appears willing to compromise. The humanitarian crisis in Ukraine will worsen. Millions of people will continue to need humanitarian assistance. The international community must step up its efforts to provide aid. The war has created a humanitarian catastrophe. It demands a global response.